and it's Friday at Imaginary Road, where we are recording a piece by Sri Chinmoy. Beautiful Indian melody. The piece is called Nirab Amare. It's something I've been performing with a flutist named Premik since 1986. Long time. And we're going to put it on this record because I did want to include a tune by Sri Chinmoy, who's been my meditation teacher for a long time. Very grateful to him. So that's what we're doing this morning. And then Will heard the flute being played outside, and we had the idea that we'd record it outside because the birds are singing and it's gorgeous outside. So Corin has been setting all that up, taking a little extra time for that. And we'll see how this piece goes, because we have our own arrangement of it, which is quite simple, but we're going to do some enhancements and embellishments and just let the spontaneity of the moment carry us. And then after that... Wow. You have so many toys.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the few situations where you have a wood shop immediately adjacent to a recording studio.
Under the studio.
Yeah, I don't think that happens a lot. But, I mean, as you know, Shambhu, I mean, this is as much a love of mine as the music, really. I know the reality of living in the forests, and I do a lot of chainsaw work. So there's all the wood that we fell here. You know that the studio is, half of the woods in there are felled and milled here. All the finish work is.
We are existing in Blissland up here, and we're going to be recording the song Nirab Amare, which has been a favorite of ours over the years. It was on the first Equinox album, our first duo album together, and we're just going to enter into a soulful place and make it something really special. I'm madly in love with this instrument. This is called a grenadite flute. It's just been in existence for about 1.5 years, 2 years, something like that.
What's the material?
It's a composite of 12 different elements.
Uh-huh.
And he just gave it that name, grenadite. It's meant to kind of mimic the qualities of black wood.
Yeah, because
it does so amazingly.
To be honest, I've just never been a big fan of silver flute.
Yeah, I can
understand.
understand.
I just love the sound of that.
Thanks.
That's so interesting to see somebody fingering that and have a sound come out that I like. I've just never really been a silver.
Of course, they've done the fake wood grain on the plastic.
Of course, yeah.
Well,
so.
I think it's better than just a clear sheen of plasticky looking stuff.
It's actually pure ebony.
There you go. I was exactly honed out of. But that was so much fun for me, because I'm looking at flute and going, oh God, flute. I mean, have we ever recorded
Premik
flute?
had this idea. We should record the flute outside because of all the birds, and then Will came by and said, hey, we should record the bird with the birds. So they're out here listening to see if we can record the flute outside, just to be creative. And this is our last song together for this album. We'll do more albums here, I promise. And we're getting a little creative here, all of us. So let's see where it goes.
Come back here. Sorry.
It seems like it's projecting.
Getting the reflection off of this.
Hey, check it out. Yeah, something happening with all this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the best, because we're going to get some triangulation between the buildings, the trees, and for ultimate delay, reverb, natural reverb. And then we'll get the trained birds to go to the right spot. So we got,
and then they have to be working left and right so we can pan it.
They will fly on cue and change.
These are Vermont birds. They're.
Corin, that's what the guitar is going to do. And he's just going to play on top of that.
Some wind buffers on these, because up here it's just catching a little bit of air and creating a woofle
Right.
when we're recording.
We recorded 3 takes outside, and then the loggers started loading their truck. And since we're going for kind of the ambient sound of birds, we hadn't figured on the ambient sound of loggers. So we decided to come on inside and listen to the take. So we're going to listen to the 3rd take, because that one really felt good. And let's see what's going on.
Take 2.
Two, yeah.
What's the dialogue we're having?
Well, whether or not to put overdubs on this piece that we just recorded so naturally, I think there's a strong argument that it stands on its own, especially because of the story. If we start adding overdubs, it sort of creates this false impression that wait, we did all that live? No, this is what we did live. This is how it happened. This is how it went down. The birds, everything, the loggers, everything happened all live naturally, and that's what it is. And
This is just really haunting. I mean, half the time you're not even really aware of it. It's just sort of coloring the air, the birds.
Right. Yeah, it's a very subtle thing.
Yeah. But it puts your brain someplace else.
Really. Yeah.
Will came in, heard the piece, and he's got an idea, actually a great idea, to put some piano on it. So Will is in the room with the piano. It's beautiful Steinway, and he's going to lay down a track, maybe more. So let's see how that goes.